Lex Luthor, Morgan Snickeroo. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From me these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Gooses on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther, and none other than Morgan Snickeroo. Today, guys, we are not blessed with a guest. But what's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I was like, did he forget the intro? Like, how do we?
Look, we done had a guest for so many times. I was like, what do I say when we don't got a guest?
Yeah, what's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy? And then I say, some random story about what's going on in my life, and then we get into, what we wore today. But anyway, yeah, I saw Sinners.
I gotta go see that. I'm hearing good reviews.
It is phenomenal. It had me looking at Caitlin like she was going to turn into a vampire and, trying to give me.
I feel like we should. What's the thing that you got to pay for? The Patreon. Yeah. I think we should do a couple episodes on Patreon where we talk about everything but sneakers. That would be the name of it. Everything but sneakers.
Everything but sneakers.
Yeah. Y'all guys let us know.
That would be refreshing to talk about politics.
We could.
I could. You could just listen. I think I heard Caitlin giggling in the kitchen. What else do we talk about?
I mean, there's a lot of things. We could talk about the movie Sinners. We could talk about the backstory behind it. Now that's something I could talk about and you could listen.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I can't think of nothing right now, but there's so many. I mean, sports, because I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say I'm like getting into it, but I'm more interested in it.
At the time of recording, Damian Lillard confirmed Achilles tear. Crazy. Just a few hours ago, Indy is up 3-1 on the Bucks,
which is crazy.
It's not crazy.
It's crazy.
It's not crazy.
Well, no, because the Pacers have been playing pretty good this year.
Yeah, I mean they're the fourth seed. They're the fourth seed.
I say pretty good. I mean, chill out.
Yeah. I mean, your Lakers about to get. Well, never mind.
Hey, look. That man done came 3-1 before. It ain't. You done been here before.
Say this. Anthony Edwards, man, is the future, and the future is now.
I mean, yeah.
Anthony Edwards is the future, and the future is now. But I think we already given him too much. We given him too much. That's for the Patreon.
Look, that TikTok edit gonna be crazy when LeBron come back 3-1. TikTok edit gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it is. Have me saying it in slow motion, like into the future.
Before we move on to sneakers, what's your pick? What's your prediction for finals matchup?
See, at this point in time, so I can never just give a simple answer, as you know. Yeah. At this point in time, with how the Pacers have been playing, I'm like, there's no team.
Don't do it.
Well, listen.
Don't do it.
I'm like, there's no team that can run with the Pacers in a best-of-7 series. I'm saying run up and down the court, best-of-7 series. But as an objective fan, one, I have to go Cleveland. Cleveland just has so much firepower. And I feel like they've earned. I mean, they spent all that time without LeBron, right? Mm-hmm. They've been scorned by LeBron twice, and now they're going to do it with Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Ty Jerome, Darius Garland, like that squad there. I think that they need it. Western Conference, I think the Clippers are a very interesting team.
Clippers?
You don't think so?
Clippers over the Thunders?
I think the Clippers. I feel like the Clippers are a very interesting team. The Thunder are good. but
good.
They're phenomenal. But there is some inexperience there. I think they're maybe a year away. Mm-hmm. But the Clippers, they've got. I mean, I'm never betting against Kawhi Leonard unless it's like over under how many games he's going to play in the season. I'm never betting against Kawhi when he's healthy, and that's just the reality of it. He's won championships with 2 different franchises. I think the Clippers Cleveland finals would be interesting. I don't think it would like move mountains as far as like ratings or anything like that. Like it's if ball, type of, it's not going to be the Lakers. I can tell you
Tune said I know ball. I give my pick. So
I'm gonna say it's not going to be Lakers Pacers.
My team is my team's Lakers. So I'm going Lakers Celtics. Realistically, Celtics OKC.
Do you know what the series is? The series is right now with the Lakers?
Yeah. 3-1.
Yeah, they're losing, bro. It's over.
Hey, LeBron has came back before, so. Anyways, let's get into our award thing. So
what we wear today?
I went with the Air Max Plus 3. Yeah, Air Max Plus 3 in the Iron Man colorway. This was a pair that I searched high and dry. High and low, high and dry is crazy. High and low for, and I finally got them. This wasn't a U.S. release. This was a Europe release.
It was. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so because that's why I could never find them, and I'm just like, bro, it's Air Max Plus 3. Nobody even really wears Air Max Plus 2. So I'm like, why I can't find these? Then come find out it was not a United States release. But so I had to go aftermarket. Well, I ain't gonna say I had to. I just didn't really know where to look where they were shipped over internationally. But yeah.
Usually when it comes to international releases, I'm going straight to End Clothing. I'm going to Offspring. Mm-hmm. I'm going to 24 Pilates. I'm trying, that's usually where I go.
I knew the N in 20. I mean, I know the N in Offspring, but not 24 Collide.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Of course, I got you. What I wore today was, so we were supposed to record yesterday. I'm happy we didn't do yesterday because I wore my tennis shoes all day, so it was going to be a boring what we wore on feet. Today's a little bit better. I wore the Sunder Max. This is the Volt colorway. I'm still a big fan of this sneaker. I don't want Nike to beat these into the ground, but I'd like to see them continue to do cool things with them. They've come out with some really, really cool colorways. I wasn't a big fan of the Gore-Tex releases that they did, but yeah, I think this is a really, really cool shoe. I don't even know if there's a colorway I'm specifically looking for right now because I've got those first 3 that came out, the gold. I mean, I would love the CDG pairs that came out a few years ago. But I got the gold, the Canyon gold, the Volt, and the pink. I got that weird blue and brown, red, colorway, that turquoise joint, and I got the kind of that Carolina blue, ice blue pair, which I don't think I've worn yet. But yeah, this is just such a cool model, and every time I wear them, people compliment.
You got true to size on the Sundays?
So they came in women's sizes.
Yeah,
so
but I'm saying but you still go based off of your actual shoe size.
Yeah, I would do. So I've got a 12 in women's, so a 10.5 in men's, and I've got a 12.5 in women's. I went up, so I did my 11.
Okay,
and some Nikes I feel comfortable in a 10.5. Where with Saucony, I gotta wear an 11. But this, when you've got the women's sizes, you've got to go that the higher size. You gotta go up.
Indeed. Yeah.
So
I seen that Glacier Blue Harden 8.
Fire.
That's gonna be my
Harden 8 or
first.
Harden 9? The new one?
Nine. Sorry,
yeah.
nine. That's gonna be my first James Harden shoe in my collection right there. That blue is
That Harden shoe is insane.
I got to see it in person, but yeah.
You haven't seen it in person? Well,
I haven't seen it in person. I haven't put on foot. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna front. I got crease guards in mine.
Really? Oh, is that bad?
It's that bad. I got the silver pair. Yeah, wow. I got crease guards in mine.
Okay, it was like I'm gonna have to buy some product to go along with it.
Yeah.
Do they fit like the AE1? How they fit? Because they're kind of like the design's kind of a little the same.
It's a little different. I feel like it's a little different. They're like longer than the AE1. Right.
The AE1 feels good on foot though.
It does.
It's like it's snug, but it's a comfortable snug. So
I've been doing a lot of reorganizing in the house lately because on our wedding registry we had wire shelves, right?
Oh, I got to send you them covers I was telling you about.
Oh yeah. And so I've been taking shoes that were in kind of like the deep dark corners of the house and like putting them up on shelves and like they're like in front and center now. And I'm like, oh man, I got some really cool shoes just like kind of laying around. I'm excited to wear, like very accessible.
Yeah, I have outgrown this room. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of rearranging too. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do my setup. I don't know. I don't know.
We're thinking about making the garage climate controlled.
Good idea.
That's kind of something we're thinking about.
Well, you can do it on your own, but if you want, never mind. You have to, I don't know how permits work in your state.
No clue.
Yeah. So it's just like if you change something within your house, and you could do it without letting your state know. But like if you go to sell that house, then they won't count that square footage as an actual room, and then there may be some pushback on like
the price.
Yeah, and you don't put all that money into it. It's so like that. The people that look at it are like, "Ooh, it's a man cave," without paying for a man cave. So they're winning, you're losing, essentially. But yeah.
Yeah, we also want to move. We also want to move here soon because the two of us are outgrowing a house. We're married and
ain't be two of y'all, gonna be about four of y'all, man.
You said how many?
Four
you
y'all. Four. Throw them fours up.
I hope you got twins coming, bro. I hope you got twins coming.
Is Caitlin laughing in the back? I think I heard her laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, she back there laughing.
That just means she agrees.
She wants. So as you know,
she wants a big family.
I've been persuasive, but we're Catholic, right? Well,
I don't know what that means.
Well, listen. We're Catholic, and so Catholic people, man, they got 75 kids, right? Like
Patreon episode there, buddy. That's a Patreon episode.
Well, listen, she wanted a big Catholic family, and I'm like, I want 0 to 1. 0 to 1 kid. Now we've committed. We've compromised. I don't know what the exact number is, but
2.5.
Look,
two and some shoes. 2 and some shoes.
Yeah, we gonna see.
Well, ironically enough, guys, we're actually going to talk about some sneaker news today because we don't have much to talk about. So we're going to actually dig into the latest sneaker news, give our opinion on it, just how everybody else does. So first off, Kyrie, Sneaker Fetish, also known as Sneaker Fetish, had the opportunity to reveal the new unheard of rivalry low, which is supposedly supposed to be the final. And I don't know if it's like the play on words or just kind of the end of the story. And it is a sequel to the Grandma Couch, and it's more details. He did change some writing. The insoles are crazy. It's actually got a portrait of his grandmother on the insole. Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Those that velvet that we got is like a cream. I think it's like a gum sole, I believe. Like a not a gum sole. I'm sorry. But it's got pink. It's got layers of pink around it. Yeah, so it does have a gum sole, and then it's got that mixture of pink. I really like what Unheard of is doing. I like what Phil's doing, and I'm loving the story that he's telling. Again, one of the biggest selling points for me is storytelling, and the way that he's tied in the story of his grandmother and his mom, and just his love for them, and how he's giving them their flowers, and keeping their story alive. I enjoyed it because I have strong love for my mom. I have strong love for my grandmother, which is not here anymore. So like I can truly relate to those stories when he's telling these stories. So I'm definitely gonna cop this pair because my mom actually liked the last pair that I got.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna get her that pair because it comes out May 10th, so it should be here by Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So definitely cop for me.
Yeah, I just looked at them. I've been so busy that you're gonna have to carry this conversation about the upcoming sneaker releases, but
there's so much dropping. There's so much dropping.
Great. Yeah, I know. Those are great. I just looked at them. Yeah, I like the first two, and I know the Rivalry Low isn't the most glamorous shoe right now. Like, it's popular. It's how do I explain the Rivalry Low?
I think the Rivalry Low has to be done well. Like you can't get a black and white Rivalry Low. You can't get a blue and yellow. Like it has to have a story. You have to have someone like Phil take that shoe and put something on it.
But I think like the Rivalry Low and like the Forum, for example, that is a shoe that I will see on people's feet who aren't really into sneakers because they could have gotten it on sale or something like that. Yeah. And the way that he has taken these Rivalry Lows and has made them so beautiful. I still need the purple pair. I've been searching high and low on what did you say earlier? High and dry. I've been searching high and dry on eBay for the purple pair. I've got the brown and like blue and red. I've got that pair, and I was able to get the pink pigs. I can't say I got them for a steal.
What?
I didn't get them for a steal. Yeah. But I paid what I thought was fair for them because I really, really like those. No, but I'm not going to sit here and front like, oh yeah, somebody's rent was due.
Somebody's rent got paid.
Yeah, somebody's rent got paid, but it wasn't due. But yeah, like the things that Phil is doing, not just because I want him to hop on the pod, but the things that he's doing is incredible. And so just looking at, my first time seeing them was as you were speaking about them. Yeah. They're gorgeous. It's such a beautiful shoe. I also plan on getting myself a pair.
Yeah, I definitely gotta grab a pair of those.
I like these stories. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I like these stories of like Amamier raised by women and Aunt Pearl. Because I think the role that women have played in all of our lives has been understated for so long. And now we've got men who are man enough to celebrate the women who have raised them. And the women in their lives, right? Like, and I feel like it touches a spot in like us, and makes it connect even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely tell you grew up in a 2-parent home. Because to say that like has been an understatement. Like, like I feel like if you have a single mother, like you give those flowers. Like,
I got you.
I've seen the meanest men in the world like bow down to that single mother. Like, that's my mom. Like, I don't care what I did or what was going on before this. Like, I'm gonna shut my mouth and I'm gonna let her do her thing. You know, not because they're scared of them. It's more of like a respect for them. And they know like they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't be in that spot. They wouldn't be the man they are without that woman standing in front of them. And that's how I feel. Like, my mom made me the man I am today.
What about in the mainstream? What I'm talking about is the mainstream.
I still feel like it. I still feel like
so?
I still feel like
women's. I feel like women's effect on men is understated in the mainstream. Everybody loves the mom.
Behind every strong man is a stronger woman. I mean, it's one of the.
Okay. That's cool.
It's a very well known quote. Like,
yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's. I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. But that's
you saying, yo, I could tell you grew up in a 2-parent household. Like, I was supposed to feel...
Chill. Those shots. Those feel bad. You let me feel...
Oh, he got me. Why? Curse you, Flex. Yes, I was born in a 2-parent household. Oh, why'd you put me on blast
you didn't like when I said about that silver spoon. My man came in, my brother came and checked me. He like, so what's this about that silver spoon?
Yeah, hey, somebody said, yeah, you had people saying I grew up with a silver spoon. No, stupid. Just because my parents loved me doesn't mean I grew up with a silver spoon.
Yo. Oh. So then we got the
sorry you were neglected. Sorry you were on a diet of hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew by the time you were 3 years old.
Patreon episode. So the Cortez Honey Black, and it's not, well, I made sure I pronounced it right. It's Cortez, not Cortez. It's Cortez. Maybe overhyped, overrated. Not that good of a shoe. Now, not saying it's a terrible shoe. They love it over here too. You ain't seen them boys going crazy for that shoe. They love it over here too. I mean, it's not a bad shoe. It's not a bad shoe, but like all that rah for it, nah, bro. Like it's crazy because there was a whole debate about it's an all black retro 4. Why y'all like these all black retro 4s? Then an all black 95 with a hint of yellow is just like what? Like we don't. Like we don't got the Thunders and every other black and yellow shoe we got. Kamikaze, Bruce Lee, like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that his first 95 was cool.
It was cool.
Like it was cool, but like for all the trouble, it wasn't worth the trouble. That was a shoe that was not worth the trouble. I probably feel the same way about these. Like I feel this way about like the Jumpman Jacks, right? Like,
oh yeah,
like the Jumpman Jack. I think that's a pretty cool looking shoe. Now, is it worth the trouble? Nah, it's not worth the trouble. I'm not even trying
to grab those. Like,
I entered one raffle, and
really?
No, that's it. Piece. Yeah. Whatever. I saw John Cena wearing them, and I just had to have a pair.
Yeah. Anyways, hype beast. I still don't want a pair. Yeah, yeah. You know, they got a little relationship, bro. I'm so ready for them to take Travis Scott off. Like, just.
You think he meant to? Didn't he burst? What's his name's eardrum?
Cody Rhodes. Apparently, the only person that had a problem with it was the WWE community. Like Cody Rhodes and everybody else loved it. It was all.
Oh, just the fans.
Like, man, they kissing his because they want him to hop on and do whatever he up there doing. Like Travis Scott being in WrestleMania is just like it's kind of like when someone that has money buy a ton of shoes, and they're like, "I'm sneaker god," it's same thing.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, it's like you being that was history. Like John Cena went into the championship 17 times, and it's John Cena his farewell tour against Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania, and y'all have Travis Scott come out.
Is he still a heel?
I don't who John Cena.
Yeah,
he's trying to be, but like people like once this is his last run or whatever. So like it's not really taking well, but it's interesting to see because it's like John Cena's always been a face wrestler. He's always been a babyface wrestler. He's never been like a heel.
Not at the very beginning.
Even because he did a lot of people don't really remember that. But even then he really wasn't a heel because he was going against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, which was more of a heel. Brock Lesnar broke his leg doing an F5 on the turnbuckle, and the next week John Cena did a promo, and he was like, "Well, your move called the F5, mine is called the FU." That's where the FU came for. Then when they went into the PG era, where they like took away, wanted to make it more kid friendly, they made it the Attitude Adjuster. That's when I started watching wrestling, and then I came back.
Stopped or started? Oh.
Yeah, PG. I was like, what? The Attitude Adjuster? What is that? It's kind of like when you got the wrestling games and Steve Austin's doing this, like throwing his fist up instead of his middle finger. It's like, bro, what is that? But yeah, so like, either way it goes, like that, it was a big deal for people that's been watching wrestling for a long time. That was a big deal, and for it to be Travis Scott that comes out, it's just like y'all couldn't have got no one else. Travis Scott, crazy.
But he had on the John Cena had on the Jumpman Jacks though.
Bro, and then the thing about it, he comes out is like he doesn't say nothing, he doesn't do, he's just going like this. It's just like
our listeners, our podcast listeners aren't gonna know what you just did. They're just gonna hear silence.
Yeah.
He's just looking back and forth.
Yeah, he's just going moving side to side. But then we also got news that there's a upcoming Bread 1. I haven't seen any confirmed details on it. I think we're gonna get like this weird bread color. Like it's gonna be like
didn't we just get a Bread 1?
Yeah, that's what everybody's like throwing a fit like, bro, we just got the bread. Like, what is this? Yeah. So I'm guessing this is gonna be like something. If they put the bread colorway on the mid, it would be like black, white, and red everywhere except where the original bread would be. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that's what it's gonna be. Like I don't. Maybe a reverse bread or something like that. I don't.
That would be ugly. They've done a reverse bread though before, right?
Bro, they did patent bread, satin bread, bread, no bread, reverse bread,
gluten-free bread.
Yeah. Wheat. Okay.
Wheat.
Killed it. So I mean, there's so many pairs dropping. Like I was literally like, as I was looking at sneaker news, I was just like, yo, there's so much dropping right now. Like just in general, like and I don't know if it's because you got sneaker pages like posting all brands now. Like you got them posting the New Balance, the Asics, the Sauconys, the Jordans, the Nikes, the Adidas, the collaborations, the people that, the brands that are making their own shoes. Like everybody, is sneaker news now, as to where a couple of years ago we were, you might see a nice little collab here from Asics, a nice collab from Saucony, Jordans, your latest Nike, you know what I'm saying? Now it's everything. What's the ones that be doing the weird shoes, the big shoes? Talking
about the duck boots?
Yeah, what are those?
I know it's like NLE Choppa's brand or whatever, right?
Nah, I think he just like really like that's their sponsor. Like he's their
but Mischief doesn't do those. Huh? Mischief doesn't do those.
No, it's someone else. But Mischief did them too. Like There wasn't a thing. They're releasing on they're reporting on the archives whenever
Yeah.
John Geiger's dropping anything. What's the other guy? Warren, the Warren
Warren
guy.
Lotus.
Yeah, I
Warren
mean when
Lotus.
Kizzo.
I can tell you to find out about like Saucony Asics New Balance releases, like you weren't gonna see about those on Sneaker News. Like that is a recent thing, so it probably feels like
that's what
there
I'm
are
saying.
way more releases. But like, if I wanted to know about a Concepts Asics collab, I'd have to go to Concepts or like Asics Addict. Shout out Asics Addict. Shout out Saucony Sneaks. I'd have to go to Saucony Sneaks to find out about any Sauconys or like the G. I forgot what that hashtag was. Like G2 Runners hashtag or something like that. Just, like it was very niche places you had to go to find out about like the Saucony Asics New Balance. And now it's like, well, shoot, Sneaker News and what's the other one? Kicks on Fire. Kicks on Fire are going to have the wrong information. Like Nice Kicks. Like everybody's going to have the information about everything, right? But like, so now that's why it probably seems like it's more. I mean, I don't want to say that in a way where it's like there aren't more releases, because there definitely are, but it just feels so overwhelming because you're also getting all the information of other sneaker brands that you weren't getting before on those more mainstream pages.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but I'm glad I'm out of the stage of gotta have.
Same.
I'm more smart with my penny.
Yeah.
I'm more smart with my penny now. So I'm like, I want that pair, but let me see what I can get on eBay for $150 by now.
So
and it guaranteed. Let me see what I get for that $150 under.
So this is where I've been, because we're talking about sneaker news, but like I have spent my weekend going to absolute war. So let me preface this. A while back, maybe 2020, Kith and Ronnie Fi came out with a 3-pack of Gel Light 3s called the Tokyo Trio Pack, and they were inspired by a Gel Light 3 that he did with David Z. And I think. Yeah. Anyways, the Tokyo Trio Pack. And I got one of the pairs, the other one, the Yoshino Rose, and then there was a gold pair that I didn't get because it was mostly a white shoe. I have been going to war over the past weekend over the Yoshino Rose pair. Buddy wants $95. That is the starting bid. I offered him.
These are Gel Light 3s?
Gel Light 3s. Are you looking it up now?
Yeah.
So the pair that I did end up getting, I do have the white with the gold has come in. Then the one that's colorful, the all suede pair with the pink tongue the pink toe. That's the one I got when they released. But I've been going to war with somebody over the Yoshino Rolls white leather, and then the Tiger Stripe is a really nice like leather suede pink Tiger Stripe. Over about $15. I think he wanted like his starting bid was 90. Or 95. Nobody was bidding on it. I offered like 70. He countered with 105, and that just made me mad. Starting bid's 95, nobody's bid on it, and you're countering with 105. So I went, all right, 71. So that's how I've been spending my time in the shoe copping world, just trying to buy this obscure Ronnie Feig Gel Light 3 that released during COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going back and just really I think because the first couple of years I was kind of just buying any and everything.
Yeah.
Then I really figured out what I wanted, and I started buying what I wanted, but I started buying every single thing of what I wanted. And now I'm like buying like like what do you really want? Like what
Yeah.
like what pair do you really want? Do you really want this pair or do you really want that pair? So I've been going back in the archives and looking at my wants, and like that's my new sneaker list. My wants, not what just recently dropped. If there's something that's really on my radar, then I grab it. Like right now, I'm really hunting down the Galaxy phone.
Mhm.
Like they're like right there at retail. So
Yeah.
I've been watching those. I'm like, go ahead, throw that you, go ahead, worn once, throw it up there.
Yep.
But at 275, and I'm gonna hit you over the head with that 225. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you over the head with that 225. But definitely, yeah. And I feel like I enjoy it a little better. I enjoy it better this way. When we're in a moment like this, like when you're in a hype period and everybody's trying to grab this and grab that, and something shoots up. Air Max 95 is limited, and it's $500 for Air Max 95 Neon that's gonna come out in another 2 years. Like the fact that Air Max 95 Neon is $500 is crazy. Like,
yeah, I'm hot about that Air Max 95
like
being
it's crazy.
so daggone expensive right now.
But that's why I'm gonna wait it out.
So limited? Why would you make that shoe so limited?
I'm gonna wait it out because ain't nobody buying them. Ain't nobody buying no Neon 95. Ain't nobody buying no Air Max 95.
I still got my 2015 pair, man. I'm cool.
And those are going for $500.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you do better. You learn and you do better. So I know not to go for those crazy prices. I'm not paying it. Even for the brick by bricks, like I like that pair, but I'm not paying $500-$600 for it. Like I know eventually it's gonna drop. It's going to drop. And then people all of a sudden gonna lose. It's gonna lose its lore, and they're like, well, $200.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is there a shoe right now that you're willing not to overpay for, but like not bust somebody over the head over? Like I did with with those unheard of pink pig joints.
Probably Galaxy phones. If I can find for like a retail, like if I can find it for retail, like $230.
Yeah. Plus
shipping and handle. Got it. Bling.
I want the blue pair.
Blue pair is nice. I wonder if they're gonna sell out.
Is there still a release?
Huh?
Is there still a release coming?
What, the blue pair of phones?
No. I'm sorry. The blue pair of the pink pigs. Not the pink pig.
Oh, no. I mean, see, like, okay, yeah. Good. That's I like that. The pork chop runners definitely. Like I seen a couple pairs for like 200. Like I'm not even trying to knock it down. Like everything that comes with that shoe, and I'm like, I'll pay that. I think
the blue pair is going for less than the pink pair.
No. Not in my size. Because there's less of the blue pairs than there's the pink pair. Pink pair is 1,500. The blue pair is 1,000.
Yeah. I like the blue pair.
But that blue pair is just a hard. That's a hard shoe to
wear.
Yeah,
I agree. I still want it, man.
Oh yeah,
I want that shoe.
I got a candy cane kamikaze.
Yeah, I want that shoe bad, man. I want that shoe bad. Go ahead. I'm trying to think of other shoes that I'd be willing, like right now, to not. I mean, like Neon 95s. If you've got a pair, 10.5 or 11 on eBay, and
I've never paid retail for Air Max.
I'm offering something disrespectful because I don't like your hustle.
Yeah.
And it's your fault, not your fault, but it's the seller's fault.
That salmon tone wooden box. I'll pay $500 for that one. If I can find a pair for $500,
great price.
I know. Definitely, I know.
That's a great price.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I'll be like, all right, you got it. Boom. That's kind of like when I see my Ben 7s. It was no questions asked. I like $500. Boom.
Yeah.
It's like that's all me. And I had a credit for like $70. I was like, yeah, we good, buddy.
Yeah, that's a great price. The Koi, I talk about the shoe a lot, but a few A6 Gel Light 3
one?
Koi,
the green, the orange.
Pair.
Oh, red.
No,
you got the orange, right?
I don't have either one. It's a beans.
I thought you.
A few. No, I've talked about it. I've talked about that as being a shoe that I really wanted. Mm-hmm. But every year, every new year, I go into the year, I'm kind of thinking like, I'm gonna get a Grail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what Grail am I gonna get this year? And last year it was the Super Green Gel Light 3. That was like, dude, but do people even say Grail anymore, man? I don't hear anybody talk. Anyways,
somebody caught them off. Go ahead.
But like, that was the shoe that I got. That was like, okay, like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? Like every year, I feel like you gotta get a Grail.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta start. Curating. Your collection. And because after a while, because I start looking at pairs that I got. Like, it's not that I don't want them, but I'm just like, damn, like I could have spent that on this one. Yeah. And I didn't. So it's like,
I've got some pairs like pair in my collection that I'm like, what was I like? Why did I get that? Well, it was because I was buying everything and everything, right? For the deep cut fans, or like the fans of like really like sneakers, right? Kith did a couple collabs with Tommy Hilfiger, and they came out with 2 different models of sneakers. The first one being the Skew Luxe, which interestingly enough, Lance Stevenson wore in a game. But the other one was the Hyperbole, was the Tommy Hilfiger Hyperbole, and it's are you looking it up now? It's a leather sneaker. It's an extremely basic looking sneaker, but I purchased it through Kith, and I look at that sneaker and I'm just like, what was I thinking? Like, why would I purchase that shoe?
That had to be that Reebok pair that I had no idea. Like, I didn't even know where that shoe came from. It was like a Reebok. It was all leather. It was like a Reebok Runner X something. It was like all leather, basic white bottom. It was like a shoe that was made in your house. Like, that's what it was. And I remember I got it from Jimmy Jazz because I think it was like maybe like $15, bro. It was really, I was like, yeah. And then like I was just looking through my collection one day and I was like, bro, what is this? And why do I have it?
I have was it like a green leather?
No, it was black. It was like the most basic, simple shoe you could ever. It was so basic. It was, but I mean, as far as the cut wasn't like how it was designed, but like it was literally like one leather. There wasn't no different seams, overlays, no seams. Yeah, it was just one piece of leather, white bottom, midsole was white, shoelaces were basic. Yeah, I can't. I've never been able to find that shoe. I think I still got them.
I've got some shoes like that just because like I had a little bit of money in my pocket and you know what I mean? Like I had a little money in my pocket, you know, like the Eames Reebok collection, right? Like Eames makes like furniture and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
you know, I've got a few pieces from that and it's just like, okay, like why did I spend $30 on this Club C with the dot pattern or whatever? Like, why did I do that? It's always interesting.
I think that's where you kind of like, I gotta buy. I think you're looking at like, I don't want to say you're looking at the amount of shoes that you have, but you're looking at the amount of shoes you have, and it's like, it's trying to get that next fix. It's kind of like, it's like buying something crappy just to get like that fix. Like as long as I get that fix, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So
this was premedicated, Morgan. I'm not gonna front. This was premedicated, Morgan. It don't happen anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing for medication now, but I don't do that anymore. But on to the next one. Action Bronson is dropping another New Balance. How you feel about it?
His first 990 V6 was new because it was a 990 V6. That was actually the first, other than gray, his first 990 V6 was the first colorway that I saw of that model because he wore it to an AEW event. And so like the sneaker blogs were picking up on that, and this was like 6 months before they released. And then the next one was beautiful. I just thought it was a very beautiful shoe. Then he did the 1906 R's. He dropped a 3-pack, and those were beautiful, but they didn't feel the same as the first two, right? And then he did the Fuel Cell Runner, and then that minimal, whatever that, I don't even remember what that other one's called, but it looks like a flat chicken wing, like the flat. And then now he's got 2 more 990 V6, and they're cool. But they move the needle, but slightly. They don't move the needle as much as his first 2 990 V6s.
It just honestly, like, whenever I see the Action Bronson shoes, besides the what was the very first one he did, the one that was based off the dish, the baklava.
Baklava, yeah.
That one, like, they all just seem like one of those general releases that kind of went beyond general, you know, and that's it.
Yeah,
like, there's not really much storytelling. There's not really.
There is, though. There is.
It's subtle. It's subtle storytelling. It's not like this meaning, like, oh, this is, it's kind of his dish he likes. It's tied into his shoe, tied into his music, his stage name, his persona, stuff like that.
But he was also he was a chef, and I believe his grandmother, spent a lot of time with his grandmother, who was straight from Albania. Who would,
that was the baklava, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Besides that, it just seems like after that, it was just kind of like it's an Action Bronson collaboration.
So you gonna say the same thing about Phil?
No, bro. He's got like a whole rollout. There's pictures. He's got a card of a hand painted picture that his grandpa painted of his grandmother that she loved. Also, on the back of it is "Always Be a Good Boy." Then the promo is the grandmother talking about the shoe, and she's talking about always being a good boy. Then the materials tie into the couch. Then you got the ugly couch with the flowers while she's sitting on the ugly couch. But not even close, bro.
When you say it like that,
delivery is 2 different lanes, bro.
I think that you missed a lot of the media surrounding
the baklava.
Yeah, I think you have.
Leave that one out. I said that one was well done. That besides the baklava, let's talk about the other ones. It's just an Action Bronson collaboration.
What's the new one called?
Action Bronson and New Balance collaboration.
No. What's the second one
seriously,
called?
I don't know. What is it called? I'm serious.
I don't know either. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
Oh, you can't pronounce it, but you know what it is.
Yes.
Oh.
But it's I also
what's it based on? Oh, you haven't.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't taken the time to go and look. But
maybe I
don't think that we can discount.
Visuals.
I don't think that we can discount the lack of storytelling and all this other stuff based, just because we haven't gone to look for it. Because I don't know what the story. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the story.
When someone's telling a story, do you really want to go and look for the story? I think that's what that's the whole point of. But I mean, the whole point. But they have to give you something. You never just I want to know the story behind this shoe. They gotta give you something. Nobody cares about the bubble gum on the bottom of a shoe. Nobody looked into that story. They got it for that. My point exactly. For what? You don't know what shoe I'm talking about, right? Cool. But when you talking about
the Jackie Robinson dunks or the not the
it was the Air Jordan. It was the Air Jordan 1. But
that's what I'm saying. There are multiple shoes with the bubble gum on the bottom.
Exactly. So you got to give more.
Exactly.
You got to give more. You can't just there's a story here. There's a story here.
Bro,
There's more than one. There's more than one ugly couch too, but it definitely came after the fact. But
hold on.
still,
But what I'm saying is that if there is a story out there, I want to go and find it, right? Sometimes the stuff just doesn't pop up on my feed, right? Like I can't sit here and just absorb stories because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, new Action Bronson New Balance comes out. Wait. New Action Bronson New Balance comes out, right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at pictures, I'm going to look at the name, and I'm going to look up the what's being written about it. You see what I'm saying? I don't spend my time scrolling on the blogs and stuff. That's what I'm saying.
But the story has to be told somehow. You can't just say Action Bronson and New Balance. And I feel like it's what he does. It's kind of like Action Bronson and New Balance.
Have you looked up the stories? Have you looked up what it's about?
No, because when I'm reading about it, it's not like.
Do you read about it though?
Yeah. That's how I knew the baklava was like a dish, and I knew that it looked like, but I still thought it was not a good pair. It was not.
Did you know that because you looked up the story, or because?
So look, I just the first thing I just put in Action Bronson New Balance. The first article that comes up is Nice Kicks. On the front of it, it says first look Action Bronson and New Balance 992. No name for it.
That's because it literally that 992. It literally got unveiled at the pop-up that he just did where he re-released all of his old New Balances.
Okay. So we don't know. There's no story yet?
No, it literally just got unveiled.
Phil he revealed his shoe today with a story.
He did it in a different way.
But he did it with a story.
He did it differently.
He dropped the story, bro. And that makes me want to dig more into that story. Like he gave you the story. You need direction, bro.
Everybody needs to do it the same way. Flex said everybody needs to do their rollout just like Phil does,
and everybody needs to do the roll up like
no,
Action
that's not what I'm saying.
No,
what I'm saying is you need. I'm just saying.
No. Okay, look, I'm being fair. Let me change it. Let me change that. Action Bronson is not telling stories like Phil is. I'm gonna say that. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I told you it's two different lanes where you can't compare an Action Bronson storytelling to a Phil storytelling.
But the only reason I say that is because Phil is giving us so much more in the package. But that's what I'm saying. Like he's giving us so much more. But what your original point was is that Action Bronson stop. Action Bronson does not have a story. What you're saying is Action Bronson is just a New Balance Action Bronson collab, and they're slapping
that's how it feels.
Around.
Because the way I'm sorry. Because of the way he's telling the story, that's how it feels. It just feels like Action Bronson New Balance, Action Bronson New Balance, take it. Action Bronson New Balance, take it.
How many videos back when we were on TikTok? How many videos did we make back and forth to each other where I was telling you about the Action Bronson New Balance?
It was
right? Do you think that was my story that I was telling, or his story? And do you think he whispered that story in my ear?
And the thing about it took more than one video. Like, and I'm still like,
because you kept because you're doing this because you're doing the same thing. This is something I realized about some Flex is that you will take evidence, right? You are the type of person.
Bro, don't read me, bro. Like don't read me.
Nah, bro. You will sit here and hear evidence and see evidence, and if it contradicts what you believe, you will dismiss it. And I've seen it with like sneakers, right? You know what I'm saying? Where I've told you, like, you say...
give examples. Give examples.
So, I will say, this is what this sneaker is about. Mm-hmm. And then you will say, this sneaker has no storytelling. No, Flex. I just told you what this sneaker was about.
Okay, but look...
Your thesis hasn't changed in the light of new evidence.
But did I not go back and say, hey, I'm sorry. It's the way the story is being told that it feels like there is no storytelling.
But then I say, wait a minute, Flex. Here is an example. Here is more evidence to counter your point. And then you slightly modify your thesis. The amount of evidence that is presented to you,
we're going to end it like this, because you've been talking about this shoe for the last 15, 20 minutes. I still don't know the story behind it. And it's all because it was unveiled at the pop-up. Again, like, even if it's unveiled, like, we had the shock drop of the blue pork chop, right? It was still all over the blogs, backstories, the packaging, everything. Boom,
So
boom.
don't you think maybe he wants, instead of that, what he wants to do is his approach is shroud it in mystery, and then here in a little bit, because stop. When Action Bronson was wearing that first 990 V6 at AEW, we weren't getting backstories right away.
Yeah, he now, okay, again, you going back to that one. I give his flowers. That one was well done. He did the old school way, like,
but you weren't saying that when it first came out. You give us flowers because I had to make how many videos?
No. We're talking about storytelling right now. I still think it's a bad shoe, but I'm talking about the storytelling of the shoe and how he presented it is way better than what he's been doing after that. It just felt like Action Bronson New Balance, but this one had a story. I read up on the story because he gave me a little piece of it. It was inspired by a dish, so I'm like, what dish? Why a dish? Was he a chef? Was his mama a chef? Was that his favorite dish when he was a child? Like, is he this? Is he that? That he gave me something, but now it's just New Balance Action Bronson.
When did you originally look up? When did you originally look up the story for the first 990 V6?
As soon as I seen the name of it, because I was like, what is baklava? So when I seen that, I literally thought.
I'm gonna look up that new Action Bronson. Give me a second, man.
I thought that was his name. Action Bronson.
You thought baklava was his name?
Action Bronson baklava.
Have you never eaten a Mediterranean dessert?
Oh God, here we go, bro. I am from North Carolina. Like, bro, what are we? Not everybody gets to do all this international traveling with a 2-parent home, buddy. You looking for that story, huh? It ain't there.
No, I'm still searching it. Ain't no drama.
Bro. Look up Phil on Grandma's Couch Part 2.
I already know what the story is.
That's all you gotta look at. Them thing. There. Action Bronson is gonna be Action Bronson New Balance 996. Action Bronson New Balance 996. Action Bronson New 996. Bro ain't gonna have a name for it until 2 weeks.
It's called Anos. I just told you.
Anos. Oh, okay. Give us a story,
let me look it up.
Give me a story. Give me a story. You shouldn't have to look it up. You should already know the story. You should have a little bit of something. You have a little bit of something. You know what I mean?
Let's look up what Anozama means.
Oh, God. Go ahead. Is it another dish?
Maybe.
Bro, like, I don't think you see, like, in your eyes you're proving your point, but in my eyes I feel like you're proving my point, because it's just like the fact that you gotta go and find the story is bad storytelling. Like, the fact that you gotta find the story.
Hold on. I couldn't find it. But that... Because we're recording right now, man.
Rest your case, man. Rest your case.
That doesn't make any... What you're saying to me...
Close the argument. Go ahead.
Okay, listen. What you're saying doesn't make sense. Because if I'm not absorbing... if I'm sitting around, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm sitting around and I'm not consuming sneaker media, right?
Mm-hmm.
How am I? And I see that there is a new Action Bronson sneaker that comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, new Action Bronson's sneaker. I've got to touch grass and go to work today, right? Like, how are you saying that it's bad storytelling if I don't know what the story is?
So when someone
how many times have we had to research a story?
Okay, so let me tell you. Let's do this as an example, because this is storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Someone tells you a story, and it doesn't grasp your attention. Like, it's just like, why wouldn't it? I'm
saying that I haven't even heard what the storytelling is until I go and I do research on the sneaker. But I'm not saying it didn't grasp my attention. I'm just saying that I haven't even heard the story yet.
But I don't think he never presents it with a story. I don't, like, when I see a new Action Bronson, there's no story with it yet. It comes later. Even with the baklava, like
why does that matter?
Because
so
we're talking about
if that were true, that were true, why does that matter?
Because we're talking about better storytelling. I'm not talking about better shoe, better rollout, better promo. We're talking strictly storytelling. You can't say this man is good at storytelling when he doesn't even drop a shoe with storytelling till like 2 weeks later.
I'm not saying he's good at storytelling. Your original argument was that he doesn't have storytelling. And I'm saying,
and I said, you know what? Let me change that. The way that he tells the story feels like there's no story, so he's bad at it.
I disagree.
I'll run it back if you want me to. I promise you. I
disagree. I disagree.
I think you're just a little biased. I think you're a little biased because you like the New Balance. You like the New Balance, and you like that Action Bronson, and you like his music. You like him as a person.
I like the Teddy Santis New Balances, but there's no story behind them. They're just colorways, and I will admit that. So what's the difference between that and Action Bronson? Why in my brain? Because you're reading me right now. I'm not even
going to do it for your brain. I'm going to do it for my brain as a just outside looking in. With you being part of that niche group of New Balance, when you bringing up Teddy, I already know based off of just him and his colorways is memorable enough to where he doesn't tell stories. That's not his thing. His thing is he gives you a good shoe, high quality, made in USA or something special, but it's no story, but it's still like it's Teddy. Kind of like with running. Like Ronnie can put his name on anything and there don't really have to be a story behind it because it's Ronnie. It's like, I don't need a story at this point. It's Ronnie. I want to see what Ronnie's going to do with Nike later this year because it's Kith, it's Ronnie. Like, but when we're talking storytelling, my man Bronson is not good at it, bro. I'm sorry. Shout out, Action Bronson, man. Hop on the pod, man. And
his job is to tell stories, man. He is a rapper. Like, his job is to tell stories.
Let's get into the showcase.
To say he's not good at it.
Showcase shoe.
Go ahead, so you got it.
There has been word that we're gonna get another corporate collaboration with Nike and the guys over at corporate. And
I think Flex don't wear his shoes.
I haven't wore this pair yet, but it doesn't take away from how I feel about the pair and how I still feel that this is a good pair. I only have 2 pairs of airships in my collection. This is one of them. I believe this was the very first. It was gonna be my only one until I seen a yellow pair on sale. But I love the materials and I love what was it called? Microchromatic. When it's like
monochromatic.
There we go. Up in that vocabulary now. But when it's like one color and I ain't gonna say it doesn't look like one color, but it doesn't take away from the shoe just being like mainly one color. And then it's got the inside for the city, which again, storytelling. I love that. I love when they got them little messages in there. We got them on the back, back hilt. So, and then of course the brand, the store, corporate. Excited to see what they're gonna bring.
We have we've got a corporate got him in Indianapolis, and they're doing.
I believe he's from Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's where the other one is, which is about 2 hours away.
Man, you should have been invited to the event.
Should have been. It's all right though. It's all right.
It's when we do.
And we don't go outside enough.
Shut up. Nah, but we gonna do it. We got it.
Yeah,
we got it
for sure.
First live coming soon.
My sneaker. So
first.
usually you have
it very first. Live pod coming soon. You heard it here first. Yeah.
Well, I don't even know about it yet, so I guess I'm gonna find out when the audience does.
And that's usually how it works, buddy. All right, it's okay, shoot.
I've got a concepts box back here.
Shout out Dion.
Shout out Dion.
I want a pie.
So I love when Concepts gives us these big boxes.
Concepts do some great collaborations. Great special packaging.
Yeah.
Yo,
and
what's
see,
going
look,
on?
This has a story. This shoe has a story to it too that I looked up and I forgot about.
Has Action Bronson ever released a special box?
No clue.
He hasn't. I guess the shoes.
His boxes are different. No, his boxes
the shoe
are not
sells
like
itself. Yeah, I mean, it's a different color. Wow. Oh my God, storytelling. My box is the same color as my shoe. Go ahead, finish. Yes, let's talk about this beautiful, well done Concepts collaboration. Storytelling within the box, outside the box, and on the shoe.
The Strange Fruit 992. It's supposed to look like a kiwi.
Kiwi. I was going green mountain apple.
You were?
Okay.
You're interesting. You don't know your fruit, obviously.
You ever seen a mountain apple?
No.
Exactly. So it's crazy how you're speaking on things you've never seen before.
And I forgot what the story behind it. We've been talking about storytelling today. I forgot what the story behind this is. But there is one.
Yeah, there is.
But it's inspired by low-hanging fruit, not forbidden fruit. Low-hanging fruit.
You said strange fruit in the beginning. Dang.
I did say strange fruit. I was thinking Nina Simone. There is a Saucony collab called Strange Fruit.
There's storytelling. Well, I don't think you care about storytelling because you don't care to even know the story, apparently.
Of Strange Fruit?
I'm talking about of the low-hanging fruit, the shoe that you're showing right now, buddy.
I have a lot of things in my brain, and sometimes a random 992 from Concepts, You know
what I noticed about you?
Fresh.
You always blaming everything. Because that's
how
what you
smart I am?
You try to read me.
So, low-hanging fruit, inspired by kiwis. The insole has strawberries on it. Why don't you look up the story behind this? What it's inspired by? No. Came with lime green laces. Yeah, this was I don't want to say it was an unpopular, but collab from Concepts. But
was that the only one? Those only?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But this grew on me. I got them for under retail. I got them dead stock for under retail.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, and it's a 992 as well. I think this was kind of when the 992 was not going out of favor, but was losing its popularity. But Concepts branding on the back. But it's a really interesting looking shoe. I would kind of liken it to the Packer Camel 999. Same type of material on the upper, but like a cool shoe that just kind of went under the radar.
Yeah. I like it. I'm definitely gonna check it out. And get the story behind it because the whole fruit thing, you not been able to get the name right. So, shout out to you for that,
minute, bro.
What?
Hold on, bro. You said you've been searching high and dry. You said turquoise. You said
when I say microchromatic. Microchromatic is crazy. But guys, we hope you enjoyed the episodes. Enjoyed our banter. I got to exercise my brain a little. And,
yeah, bro. Debate sweating right now, bro.
Debate with Morgan. Nah, bro. I think you're the one over there against the ropes. You can't even get the right name with a shoe. We're not even gonna talk about the past. We like almost 100 episodes in. My man still not doing his research. But
hold on, bro. What you said about what's his name on the pod?
Chill. Yo,
what you said?
That's crazy. Nah,
you said let you live, right?
I mean, I spray the club up, but not on this episode though. I spray the club up.
I'm gonna say, hey, I need you. Never mind,
bro. They might kick me out the community. They find out what I said. That's how crazy it was. Hey,
I almost screenshotted it.
Bro. I know you like. Come on, bro. He a legend.
I'm not gonna front. It took some vulnerability to say that.
But no,
it took some courage.
I mean, it ain't even that. It's just the simple fact that like I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm not gonna make I'm not gonna make myself look stupid because I'm being prideful. Like if I don't know who that person is, I don't know who that person is, and it's not no hit at them. Obviously, that's on me. Like I've never really cared to look at who's making what, who's doing this, who's doing that. Like I said, I was doing this without the cameras. I was just buying shoes, like for me buying shoes. So I really wasn't looking at who was creating what, who was doing this, who was doing that. Like, I mean, I wasn't looking at the events, sneaker cons, none of that. Like,
No, bro. And I understand.
Once we get them on, we have.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Once we get them on, have that conversation. We'll follow up. We'll follow over that. We'll follow. That's how.
Look. Nah, your secret is safe with me, bro. But
that ain't
you
no
start
secret,
getting
bro.
a little out of pocket, bro.
Nah, bro. No, see, look, that's why you. Nah, see, I don't. Nah,
bro.
I'm not letting you do me like that. You ain't gonna let me do that.
Out of pocket, I'm just gonna look at you, bro. Like, oh, you don't know who is,
bro. Think he threatening me because I don't know who another man is. Boy, look, that's that social media right there. I know it's who he is. Really, to be real with you, y'all just know he was with this person and he was on this street and released this shoe, and it's like, oh my god, he a legend.
I'm gonna ask Haas. I'm gonna tell Haas. Let's see if he knows. Bro, you gonna see me this week on my first kicks. We got Morgan.
Hey, look, he gonna fly you out to New York. Bro.
Yeah, he gonna fly me out. I'm gonna be sitting there on the couch. So he told me that he ain't know.
Oh boy, y'all gonna have a ball. Shout out to my first kicks. Shout out to Key and Ashley. They did Through Our Lens.
Yeah, they've got a new one.
Yeah. Well, that's something they've been doing. I ain't gonna say been doing, but I think they've kind of been working on it for a couple years, and then like they did their actual first panel last year. So this is like the second like official one.
So according to Flex, because I didn't know about it, it's Key and it's Key's fault.
What? About what?
Since I didn't know about Through Our Lens, right? Since I didn't know about that.
Are you going back to the storytelling? Are you going back to the storytelling part?
Yeah. It's their fault, right? Because I didn't know about it.
Well, obviously you did, because you're like, hey, they got a new one. So,
and I said it's new, right?
Technically it is.
And because said, technically they've been doing it for multiple years. Oh, I didn't know that, so that's Key's fault.
Bro gave me the nasal. Bro gave me the nasal like he don't be on here. Bro, that's crazy. That you gave me the nasal voice. Any closing remarks, man?
Nah. Yeah, I do got closing remarks actually. Go see Sinners.
Okay,
they're not paying us, unfortunately. I think we could be a Sinners too.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, what?
Like Sinners.
The
second Sinners.
Yeah. Well, we about to get them. We about to get them promos rolling in. We finna hop in there.
Are we?
Yeah. We've been.
Does that mean there's gonna be some money in my pocket?
We've been working.
Hey, look, man, I might show up on time if we get a little money in my pocket.
Bro, man, you just use this talent, man. You just keep on getting them touchdowns, catching those balls, pause. And we gonna make it. No closing remarks, man. Just keep watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for y'all guys taking time out your day to listen to us. Downloads are consistently growing. We are 300 downloads away from 5K.
That's impressive.
5K.
We're doing a good job.
Nah, we're looking for 100. Like we was excited about 100 downloads within like a few episodes. So now we getting 100 downloads per episode. Shout out to Kari, man. Like our best episode right now is almost at like 300 downloads, and it's his episode. That just lets you know his impact, his reach, that he has within the community and just in general. So definitely go check the episode out. Check out the latest episode that we just dropped with Tune. But yeah, more stuff coming. Soon as Morgan finds the time. Live pod. Soon as Morgan finds the time, More content as soon as Morgan finds the time. More clips as soon as Morgan finds the time. And more guests when Morgan finds out how to. I know. I'm just taking it.
Don't say that. Take that out.
And more guests when Morgan learns how to text back. You know? So if you're not happy with the pod, you know who to go to. At Morgan's.sneaker.room. When are you gonna change your Instagram name? You gotta change
it's time.
That thing is.
I gotta go back to like Morgan.
I don't like. I think you have one of those names where you can keep it. Like it's Morgan Jones. It sounds like it's marketable. So you can market that name. You don't have to do like a AKA or also known as, better known as. You know.
I would say the same about your name. You have a very interesting name.
As I always say.
Oh, you thought his name was
pennies and sneakers.
So brothers, so brothers, retro 7s, retro 3s, metallic 7, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got so